Oh, okay. Welcome. Thank you. I'm sorry I'm late. It says, don't sweat the small stuff. Getting unstuck with Wendy B. I just went through a couple of minutes of not understanding why I wasn't showing up live. My picture, it kept showing a board, and I realized that I hadn't touched the camera part. I'd touched live, but not the camera stuff. So again, welcome to Getting Unstuck with Wendy B. And here's an example of don't sweat the small stuff. So I'm a couple of minutes late, and my intention is to always be on time, so I apologize. And have you ever noticed in life, sometimes things don't go smooth? This was just an example. And, I've had a morning where I've had a few breakdowns since yesterday, and one of them was I do a podcast, Thriving at 60, and I wanted to get the podcast out, pardon me, and uploaded for tomorrow morning. I wanted to do it last night, and something's not working, and I just had, I spent hours on it trying to get it to work, and I made a phone call with someone who usually helps me out. They're not available, so I'm going to have to put out on Facebook or something if someone could help me today so that I could actually get it posted for tomorrow. I even lost 2 posts, so and it's like, don't sweat the small stuff. It'll work out. It'll all work out. So as you could tell, I'm a bit nervous today, and I'm just going to let that be and not sweat it. And how to interact with this if no one's on Facebook Live, or then when you watch the replay, I invite you to make a comment so that I know I'm giving you some value. And if you're on the live video, I'd appreciate you making a comment so that I know that there's some value. Like, comment. You can like, but if you, and I'm fine with likes, but if you make a comment, if something resonates or you disagree, it really supports me in knowing whether I'm making a difference or not. So imagine you get woken up at 5 in the morning, and you weren't going to get out of bed till 7. You get woken up at 5 in the morning or 4:45 in the morning with this frantic call. Mom, I need your help. I'm trying to catch the ferry, and my car's stalled. I'm in, and I'm not even quite awake, and I'm going like, where are you? And she says, I'm on this country road in Langley. And I say to her, okay, give me 5 minutes so I can orientate myself. This is moving day. It's not only she needs a ride, I need to drive 45 minutes to pick her up, and then 45 minutes to get her to the ferry, and then another 45 minutes to get where I want to go. So I took 5 minutes, and I thought, well, I can do this. And in the meantime, I have 4 men that I'm meeting to move me, and one of them I'm meeting at 8 and the other 3 at 9. So I've got to really coordinate myself. And I don't memorize anything, so I'm going to look at my notes. So each time we hit a roadblock, you have to remember your intention. And I don't know, does anybody here create intentions for the day? Make a comment if you do, if you're listening to the replay. My intention today is to be peaceful, prosperous, and productive. And so I need to look at what are my actions. What are the actions I need to take to actually be peaceful, productive, and prosperous? And like today, it was just, I was embarrassed that I didn't get on my Facebook Live on time. I was embarrassed that one more time I'm, in a learning curve. But my intention is to be peaceful, productive and prosperous. So I just do the Facebook Live, or I just do, I have a coaching call with a lady from Ireland at 2. I just do the call and be present. And I say that the small things in life add up. All our little things add up. And in the moment, how you deal with them is everything. It's everything. So, I picked up my daughter. I wasn't even sure what road. She couldn't give me the name of the road, but she gave me a good idea. So I took a chance, and fortunately I found her car, picked her up, took her to the ferries, and she's happy. She's catching the 6 o'clock ferry or whatever. And then I'm tootling along, and like 5 minutes from the ferry, and I went, oh my God, she's supposed to give me the car keys so I can give it to my son-in-law in Chilliwack. And I'm like, oh my God. So I find a way to turn around. And fortunately, she hadn't got on the ferry yet. So I called out to her, and I was able to get the keys. And then I was so proud of myself. I got to the truck rental 5 minutes early. I'm like, yay. And then I look down and I get a text from my son-in-law from Langley. He's going to be an hour late. And he frequently is late. So I had a choice to get upset or just be peaceful. And in that moment, I get to choose if I'm going to ask him to participate with a group of people, because he's making not only me not be able to keep my word, but holding other people up. So it's not terrible what he did, but it's a pattern he has. So I get to choose whether I'm going to ask him to participate, to have me be on time in a situation. And that's being peaceful, productive, and prosperous. It's like, who am I asking to partner with me? Is that going to have me be effective? And so I just, I texted everybody and said, this is the situation. Everybody was great about it. We get there, and then my 2 son-in-laws are, so I'm just going to stop for a minute. Where in your life do you get stopped because someone isn't on time, and you know that they have a pattern of not being on time, so you get caught up in making them wrong, instead of looking at where are you responsible, what's the solution here, and then move forward. So just make a comment if you do that. Anyways, we get to the place in Chilliwack, the storage place, and the 2 son-in-laws are in a hurry packing stuff and I see how they're packing it. Things are going to get broken. So I stopped them and I said, I really appreciate you moving me, but there's 4 of us, but you need, well, there's 5 of us because I'm the 5th one. There's 4 men. Could you let me guide you what needs to be packed in the truck first and how it should be packed? So you're going to have to unpack what's there because things can get broken, furniture can get scratched. I have blankets, etc. And there's a particular way I want it packed so that there's no damage. And I've done this many a time. And fortunately for me, they unpacked it and listened. Now, my question to you is, how often do you stand there when you know something isn't working right, hoping it'll work out, and then you get resentful and make them wrong? So when you don't sweat the small stuff, you stop and you make powerful requests, and make sure that everybody wins. Because this way, I was probably an irritant to them for a few minutes, but what was neat is at the end of the day, nothing got broken, everything got unloaded, and it was a very smooth move. One of the smoothest moves I've had, because we all worked together as a team. And then as we were leaving, I was in another truck, and my son-in-law, who had picked me up, he was in the truck, and I was just ready to leave, and I get a call from the storage people. We're still in the storage area, that my son-in-law has banged into a pole and did a little bit of damage. And at first I'm like, oh. And then I just went, let it go. Let's see what the damage is. And I got them to let us give them $100 on my MasterCard, and they let us go. It was just like, how big a deal is it? They're helping me out. If I argue, and it's just not going to work. Let's have this thing go smoothly. And then everybody wanted to take a break for an hour for lunch, so it was like, okay. So my two son-in-laws are on the road, and I'm with the other two fellows, so we stop, we have lunch. Makes us another hour later, because my intention was to have the move, have us all done by 6 at night. Long story short, it went longer than that, but it was a smooth move. Everything got unpacked, nothing got broken. So, my invitation is to look at, do you sweat the small stuff? Do you make a big deal of things because it's not going your way? And how is that working for you? So, again, make a comment if you're listening to the replay, and let me know what you think. If anything resonates with you, make a comment so I know I'm bringing you some value. I assert that what keeps you stopped or stuck in life is your repetitive limiting beliefs that cause barriers in your life and cause you to sweat the small stuff. I assert that you are frequently blind to the barriers. What if you had tools to access discovering these barriers? Wouldn't you like to know how to create clarity, freedom, and power, regardless of your circumstances, no matter what you're going through? I assert the small things in life add up, and in the moment, how you deal with them is everything. So I have no web page yet. I think I have a small one with Google, but it's not the web page I want. And I'll get one. And I'm a transformational solution coach. I'm a published author with James Melichuk and a few others in the book called Living Your Passions. I'm in the middle of self-publishing my book. I wrote myself, Getting Unstuck with Wendy B, bringing clarity, freedom, and power, regardless of your circumstances. And I need to create a team of 60 people to help me publish this book and become an Amazon bestseller. So if you wish to be part of my team, let me know. Message me, text me. I'll walk you through what I need, and I'd appreciate the support. I'd also love for you to, in the comments, to maybe even say some stuff where you've sweated the small stuff, or where you haven't sweated the small stuff and some fun came out of it. That would be neat. I have a podcast, Thriving at 60. I'm in over 30 countries, and I have over 25,000 followers. So that's pretty neat. I want to know if you want a 15-minute complimentary coaching session. Just go to my Facebook page, Getting Unstuck with Wendy B. Click the button, and my phone number will come up. Let me know by text, or message me if we're Facebook friends. Message me. I am a stand for transformation. I assert if you alter your thoughts, you alter your actions. If you alter your actions, you will be more effective in your life. Thank you again for watching my Facebook Live. Again, I apologize, but I guess I was an example of not sweating the small stuff. It was like, oh my God, I can't get on the Facebook. Oh, I forgot that you had to push the camera part I thought you just pushed live, but you also have to push the camera. So I learned something new by not panicking too much. Have a fabulous week. Have a fabulous week. And feel free to join me on my Facebook Live next week at 12 noon. Not sure what the topic will be. I think we should have a topic where we have a lot of fun. Thank you for listening to Getting Unstuck with Wendy B. And don't forget, comment, like, share. Thank you.